Live from Dooley Health and Care Field in downtown Joliet, Illinois. This afternoon we continue our coverage of the 2022 Chicagoland Collegiate Athletic Conference Championship Baseball Tournament, as today it is Game 2 of an originally scheduled 4 games today that has been changed, and we'll tell you about that as we go along. But coming up next now, Game 2 of this opening day of the tournament between the number 3 seeded St. Xavier University Cougars, coming in at 39 victories, 12 defeats, and 1 tie this year. And they will face the number 6 seed Judson University Eagles, checking in at 17 victories and 26 defeats overall. Hi again, everybody, and good afternoon to one and all as we greet you live from downtown Joliet. This game originally slated to start at 1 p.m., but we had one game that was played earlier on today. We were able to play the 10 a.m. game as scheduled, but then rain came in late during that game, and it proceeded to become a little bit more steady, and so they decided to rework the schedule, and so they decided to postpone this game until 5 o'clock Central Daylight Time, and then we'll have one more game coming up tonight around 8. That'll be Game 3 between St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph, and then with the anticipated weather forecast tomorrow, we may not be able to play much baseball, but the rain may be out by tomorrow night, and so that may be the time when we're able to play the 4th game of the first round between Olivet Nazarene and Indiana South Bend. But right now we have baseball here between the 3 and 6 seeds, St. Xavier and Judson. Taking a look at the batting orders for this afternoon's ball game. Judson will be the visiting team, and the batting order as follows for the Judson Eagles. It'll be Benjamin Nelson leading it off and in left field. Cameron Pauly batting second and at second base. Alex Spang batting third and at catcher. Batting fourth, the DH, Tommy Moran. Batting fifth will be Timothy Ellinger, the first baseman. Then Adam Zaratsky, the right fielder, batting sixth. Dane Frederick batting seventh and in center field. Connor Wigman batting eighth and in third base. And batting ninth will be the shortstop, Alec McLennan. And Brendan Callender is on the mound today for Judson to start the tournament for the Judson Eagles. For the St. Xavier Cougars, their batting order will be as follows. It'll be Drew Hunniford leading it off and in left field. Evan Orzek batting second. He'll do the catching today. Jimmy Smythe batting third and at third base. Batting fourth will be the first baseman, Patrick Duran. Batting fifth will be the DH, Jordan Bach. Batting sixth, Darren Zarillo, the second baseman. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Colin Wolfe. Batting eighth will be the shortstop, Patrick Hayes. And batting ninth will be Daniel Barrios, the right fielder. Julian Vargas on the mound today for St. Xavier. So we're glad you have joined us here as we get ready to go for baseball. Once again, basically what amounts to a 4-hour delay in the start of this game. But the rains apparently have given us an opportunity to get a window of relatively decent weather for the next few hours, and so hopefully we'll be able to get the final 2 games of the day in, which are games 2 and 3 of this first round. So it is Judson going up against St. Xavier. St. Xavier sweeping the 3-game season series between these two teams. So Judson looking for their first victory. The Cougars winning on the 4th of April, 11-7 over Judson. And then on the 27th of April, St. Xavier taking 2 by scores of 3-0 and 9-3. In the game that was played before this one, the 10 a.m. game this morning, it was St. Francis able to obtain the first advancement of the tournament as they shut out Roosevelt in a 4 versus 5 seeding matchup. And a convincing victory there for St. Francis as they shut out the Lakers of Roosevelt University by a final of 6-0. As Nick Villasenor on the mound for St. Francis, a stellar performance, tossing a 4-hit shutout in that game to send St. Francis into the second round of the tournament. And again, the tournament schedule has been kind of turned upside down here a little bit. So we've yet to determine when the round 2 games will be played, but when they are, St. Francis has advanced to play the winner of game number 4 in the first round between Olivet Nazarene and Indiana South Bend, while Roosevelt, they will face an elimination game, and if the schedule holds as we are anticipating, that won't be happening until Saturday as we get ready to go for game number 2 here this afternoon. Judson again is the visiting team. Julian Vargas on the mound for St. Xavier. As Vargas coming in a 7-0 record on the year, a 3.86 earned run average. 12 previous appearances, 11 of them in a starting role. Has 3 complete games this year, a couple of shutouts. 67 and 2/3 innings pitched, 64 hits, 37 runs, 29 of them earned. 19 walks, 38 strikeouts, and opponents coming in hitting .251 against him. And we are about to get underway. Benjamin Nelson now will lead it off here for the Judson Eagles. As game number 2 about to get started here this afternoon. Here, and as you might be able to tell through our effects microphones, a rather windy Joliet, Illinois, as we get underway here at 5:10 p.m. And so a righty versus lefty matchup here to start things off. Nelson into the batter's box, and here we go on a rather gloomy late Thursday afternoon here in Joliet, Illinois. And the wind of the first pitch of the ball game, and that'll be a little bit upstairs. Ball 1 to Nelson. Again, it'll be followed by Cameron Pauly and then Alex Spang to start things off here for the Judson Eagles. Nelson, a .305 hitter on the year, has a home run and 18 runs batted in. And that next pitch swung on and missed, so it makes it now a ball on a strike here to Nelson. Temperature at game time, 52 degrees. And the phone app said a light drizzle, but right now it seems to be precipitation free here. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that'll be a curve, caught the outer half of the plate. 1 ball on 2 strikes for Nelson. Judson is a team coming into the game, a .287 team batting average with a .415 slugging percentage and a .389 on-base percentage. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Vargas. And that'll be up high, 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Nelson waggles the bat over his left shoulder. Here's the pitch to him, and that'll miss just outside. And so our first batter of the game will have a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nelson stands in. Vargas gets the sign, and the windup in the pitch. And that'll be fouled off to the left side out of play. And so we'll try it again at 3-2. Vargas back on the pitching rubber. Looks in, gets the sign, and here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and hit well in the center field, and moving in and to his right, reaching up, and the catch made in center field for out number 1. Good play there as Colin Wolf able to come in and to his right, as we said, and reach up and make look like kind of an eye-high grab there. So 1 away in the inning. That was kind of a line out to center field, if you will. And now here's Cameron Pauly, another left-handed batter standing in for the Eagles. And here's the wind of the first pitch coming in from Vargas. And a breaking ball in there. Nicely executed pitch there. And 0-1 to Pauly. Pauly this year a .290 batting average. 4 home runs, 27 runs batted in. Has a .438 on-base percentage this season. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that'll be taken for a strike. So quickly Pauly is now in an 0-2 hole. Pauly crowds the plate there, it looks like, with his stance a little bit. Back foot just inside the back, actually kind of on the back line of the batter's box. Here's the 0-2. Fastball a little bit high, and the at-bat continues at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Judson this year 6-9 on the road, And they were 1-9 in neutral site games, wound up 15-14, just above 500 for the conference tournament, for the conference schedule. Swinging a flare out toward left center field that'll fall in for a base hit. So Paulie goes the other way there, and he's aboard with a one-out single, and now that'll bring to the plate Alex Spang, the catcher.
Catcher number 30, Alex Spang.
So Alex Spang now stands in. Currently hitting at .312 on the season. No home runs, 20 runs batted in. So Judson with a runner at first and one away in the inning. Here's the set now by Vargas. Pitch to the plate. And that'll miss low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Good block behind the plate there by Orzik. As that pitch into the turf, although you may hear me say from time to time, infield grass, outfield grass, in the dirt. It's an all-turf field, but hopefully you'll understand as the next pitch a curve, and that'll be a strike on the outside corner to make it 1-1. Just never feels right saying, something like edge of the outfield turf. So we'll call it grass and dirt. And again, we ask your forbearance. Here's the set now, and the 1-1 pitch coming in. Breaking ball, a little bit of a hanger, lifted into the air, slicing down the right field line into foul territory. Long run into the bullpen, and the catch made in the bullpen down the first base and right field line. As Barrios able to run it down for the out. So 2 away in the inning, and that'll bring up Tommy Moran, the designated hitter. Moran, a .287 hitter on the year, has a team-leading 6 home runs and 31 runs batted in. 2-out runner at first, no score, top of the first inning. First pitch here, kind of a jam shot, and it's ripped up the left field line. It'll be a fair ball that'll bounce into the bullpen. And now let's see here. Nope, that'll be called a foul ball. And so everybody gets back to where they were. I saw the third base coach there signal fair, and he's wearing the dark Judson blue sweatshirt there, and just out of instinct, you almost think that that's an umpire there. And so he signaled fair, but that was a biased call. And then I saw the home plate umpire come up the line and say foul ball. So it is a strike to Moran, and he's behind at 0-1. That happened a couple of times during the regular season calling games, as they have a 3-man umpiring crew here in this game. There's a breaking ball, and that'll miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Moran. Just underway, top of the first inning. And 1 on and 2 away here for Judson. Here's the set. And the pitch. Breaking ball up high in the zone, popped up short right field. Second baseman backing up. Right fielder coming on. And the catch will be made in right field by Daniel Barrios, and that'll end the inning. So in the inning, Judson gets a 1-out single but cannot move him around. No runs in the inning on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And after a half inning of play in Joliet in game number 2 of this tournament, it is Judson 0, St. Xavier coming to bat. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. On we move now to the bottom half of inning number 1. Judson getting a one-out base runner in the top of the first inning, but cannot cash in. And so it'll be Drew Hunniford now leading it off here for St. Xavier, as it'll be on the mound again. Brandon Callender on the mound, getting the start here for the Judson Eagles. Callender 3-6 with a 5.67 ERA, coming in having thrown 60 1/3 innings, and the first pitch fouled off to the left out of play. 0-1 here to Drew Hunniford. So 60 1/3 innings pitched for Callender. 74 hits allowed, 43 runs, 38 earned, 12 walks, 69 strikeouts. Opponents hitting an even 300 against him. Here's the wind, and the 0-1 now to Hunniford. Fastball, and that just missed off the outside edge. So a ball and a strike to the St. Xavier leadoff hitter. St. Xavier is a team hitting .334 on the year. Hunniford hitting at .333 with a home run and 36 runs batted in. And now he faces a 1-2 count after fouling off that last pitch. Well, St. Xavier, quite an offensive performance here this year. So many players with double digits in RBIs. Here's the next pitch. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Bottom of the first inning. St. Xavier getting their first swings of the ball game in here. St. X coming in as the number 3 seed. Here's the set now, and the pitch. And a chopper to the right of the mound, charging at second base and then gloving, and the throw to first base is in time for the out. Pauly charging at second. Threw to first, a little bit of a delayed call there by the first base umpire. But 1 away in the inning now for St. Xavier. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Evan Orzik.
Catcher number 27, Evan Orzik.
So 1 away here in the top of the, bottom of the second inning, bottom of the first inning for St. Xavier. As Orzik stands in, righty versus lefty, first pitch down and in, 1 ball and no strikes the count. Orzik coming in at 401 on the year. 3 home runs, 35 runs batted in. Leading hitter on the team. There are a couple of hitters officially with a 1,000 batting average, but as there's a fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes, but those are very small sample sizes. Orzik this year, 177 at bats, and he collected 71 hits. 2 balls, no strikes. Callender coming set, and now the pitch. Fastball missing outside, 3-0 now. So as was the case in the top of the first inning, St. Xavier on the verge of a one-out base runner here in the bottom half of this opening frame. Here's the set by Callender and the pitch. Fastball in for a called strike. So 3-1 the count. They do have a pitch speed meter here. It's beyond the right center field fence. As the next pitch will miss for ball 4, and so Orzik draws a 1-out walk. And St. Xavier has their first base runner aboard. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Jimmy Smythe. Smythe this season, a .377 hitter on the year. 6 home runs and 64 runs batted in. There's a swing and a foul tip at home plate. So 0-1 to Smythe. He'll be followed by Patrick Duran and then Jordan Bach. So we play here in the bottom of the first inning in a scoreless game. A rain-delayed game number 2 of the CCAC tournament. There's a fastball that hits Smythe. Looked like between the shoulder blades as he tried to spin out of the way of the pitch. So hit batter here. Orzik goes to second base. And now here's Patrick Duran.
First baseman number 44, Patrick Duran.
So now Duran stands in. And a chance to put St. Xavier on the board early in this game as 1 out and runners at first and second. Righty versus lefty as Duran waits. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good curveball there by Callender, and Duran was way ahead of it. He's behind at 0-1. Duran, a .371 hitter on the year. 11 home runs to lead the team and 57 runs batted in. No balls, one strike, and the pitch. And now time called as Callender had just started his windup and time was called. And now, a little meeting here between, I believe, the Judson coach and the home plate umpire. And I suspect he wanted to know why time was granted there after the pitcher was already into the windup. Well, the conversation getting really animated here. And now we've had an ejection. And even though we've had an ejection, now that that's been made, this conversation will not yet end. And now one of the infield umpires comes in to try to intervene here as the home plate umpire trying to walk away, but still words being exchanged here out on the field. So fireworks here early, and I got to believe the beef here is that time was called while the pitcher was in the windup. Or at least he's not working out of the windup, I don't believe. I believe he works out of the stretch all the time, but he had already started his motion. So we've had an ejection here. Head coach Mike Guilfoyle, still fairly certain that's Coach Guilfoyle, still getting some words in here as he walks back to the dugout. And got to believe he'll head to the clubhouse and wonder if this is going to be one of those deals. I know in the major leagues, in professional ball, the manager, after getting tossed, will head down the runway to the clubhouse, and he'll still be kind of in charge of things. But anyway, after that situation concludes, we're about ready, it looks like, to get back to baseball here. The count to the batter, Patrick Duran, is 0-1. And now Callender being given the opportunity to take some warm-up tosses here. A couple of fans here below us with umbrellas unfurled here, as most of the spectators are up beyond the top row of the lower bowl of seats where there is some shelter with the second deck stands overhead. All right, here we go now. As Callender into the wind now, the next pitch in, that'll be a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Duran. And I noticed some water kind of creeping into our booth here and through our open window, so the rain has started again here in Joliet. There's a fastball high, 2 balls and a strike now for Duran. We play here in the bottom of inning number 1. Scoreless game, but St. Xavier with an early threat here. Here comes the set now. And the kick and the pitch. Kind of a jam shot, and it's pulled to the right side of the infield, gloved at second base, and now 2 seconds, shortstop covering for the force play. As St. Xavier has a runner advancing to third on the play. So Smythe forced at second for out number 2. Duran is aboard at first base. He ran a long way down the right field line there, and I thought for a minute he'd been retired. But he is aboard on a fielder's choice, 4-6 on the scoring, and now that'll bring to the plate the DH Jordan Bach. So Bach stands in now with runners at first and third, but 2 down in the inning. First pitch to him, fastball, off the outside edge, and it's 1-0 to Bach. Bach coming in, hitting at a .398 clip with a home run and 13 runs batted in. Runners at first and third. Here's the set now by Calendar and the pitch. Fastball, that'll be up around shoulder level for a ball. 2-0 for Bach. As we play in the rain. Actually, the players are in the rain. I'm here in a mostly dry broadcast booth, although again the rain is kind of being blown in through the window. There's a comebacker right to Calendar on the mound, and then he underhands the first base, and that will end the inning. So a 1-3 put out to close it out, and St. Xavier threatens, but they do not score. So no runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, a hit batter, and 2 left on base, and after 1, no score. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, welcome back here as we head to the top of the second inning, and the Judson Eagles will get their second chance at some swings here, and here's the wind of the first pitch of the second inning, high for ball 1. As Timothy Ellinger batting here for Judson. And we want to make you aware, we have our camera peering through the glass here, and there are raindrops, and we're having a little bit of difficulty making sure we can get a clear picture for you, so we apologize for that as we continue to work the problem, as the next pitch will be outside. So top of the second inning, battling the rain, both on the field and on the broadcast technical side as well. Here's the next pitch coming in, and that'll be a curve missing outside, and that will run the count here to 3 balls and no strikes. Top of the second inning, no score. An interesting first inning here in this game. As the 3-0 down low, ball 4. There's a leadoff walk now for the Judson Eagles. So Vargas issues his first walk. Second base runner of the game for Judson. And that'll bring up Adam Zaratsky. So a righty versus righty matchup here, as Judson able to get a leadoff walk to start things off in the top of the second inning. First pitch here, swung on and hit in the air down the right field line. A long run in right field toward the corner, but it'll be out of play there. Barrios in right field going after that one, but he ran out of room near the bullpen down the far side. 0-1 to Adam Zaratsky. Zaratsky, and .289 hitter on the year. 1 home run, 14 runs batted in. Here's the set and the pitch. Breaking ball, a little bit of a hanger. Again hit in the air to the right side. Barrios this time has plenty of room. Reaches up, makes the play for out number 1. One away for Dane Frederick, the center fielder. So the winner of this game will move on and play in game number 7 of the tournament against the winner of the next game, the St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph contest, coming up later on tonight. Again, weather permitting. First pitch here in the dirt. Good stop there behind the plate by Orzik as the count goes to 1-0 to Dane Frederick. Frederick, a .248 hitter on the year, 4 home runs and 28 runs batted in. Here's the set now by Vargas and the pitch. Swung on and hit well to left field, but again playable, drifting back, and now it'll go all the way back to the fence. It went over the head of Drew Hunterford in left field, who got turned around on the play, and runners will finish up at second and third here for the Eagles of Judson. So Frederick to second, Ellinger to third on the play. And Judson with an early threat here in the top of the second inning. Boy, Hunterford in left, I thought he did have plenty of room, but it looked like he misjudged it, got turned around, and it landed beyond him and went all the way to the fence. And that'll be, I believe, ruled an E9, rather E7, I beg your pardon. Here's Connor Wegman now to the plate. And a chance to do some real early damage here now for the Judson Eagles. Wegman, left-handed batter, awaits. Here's the set now. And the first pitch. And it'll be taken over but a little bit low. Might have been down inside as well. 1 ball and no strikes. Wegman, a .223 hitter on the year. 5 home runs. He's driven in 24 on the season. So 1 out, runners at second and third here. A pair in scoring position for the Eagles. Here's the set and the pitch. And that'll be a ball that'll again come in over but low. 2-0 to Wegman. Alec McLennan next, and then back to the top of the Judson order here. Top of the second inning. 0-0 game, but Judson is threatening. St. Xavier had an opportunity in the first inning, but could not take advantage. Here's the pitch. It's a floater, and that'll be high for ball 3. Thought that might have caught the upper part of the zone there, but the umpire says no. And so it is 3 balls and no strikes to the Judson third baseman. Here comes the set now by Vargas. And the 3-0. And that'll be taken for a strike on the inner half. And the at-bat continues at 3-1. Hearing some crackling in my headset. I believe that's the raindrops hitting our field mic. 3 balls, 1 strike. Always thought that was kind of a neat sound. Here's the set now by Vargas and the 3-1 pitch. And that'll be off the outside corner, ball 4, and that'll load the bases. Vargas issuing his second walk of the inning, and that'll bring up Alec McLennan, the shortstop. McLennan, 1 hit in 2 at-bats this year. Has 1 total base, so that had to have been a single. And he bats here with the bases loaded and 1 away. Double play getting St. Xavier out of the inning if they can turn it. Here's the first pitch, and that'll be, it looked like a little bit of a off-speed pitch there. Missing outside, 1-0 to McLennan. McLennan briefly out of the box, now back in. And a golden early scoring opportunity here for the Judson Eagles. Vargas comes set. He's in a real jam right now. The 1-0, and that'll be fouled off to the right out of play. And the count evens up now to ball and a strike. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. All right, 1-1 now to McLennan. Runners take their leads. The set by Vargas and the pitch. Swung on, sliced into short right field, dropping quickly, and that will be in for a base hit. 1 run will score. A wide turn there around third, and the bases will remain loaded as Judson takes an early 1-0 lead as McLennan drives in a run, kind of lofting a single in the short right field. As Timothy Ellinger scoring on the play. Dane Frederick took a wide turn around third, but then put on the brakes. Wegman to second on the play. Now back to the top of the order. Here's Benjamin Nelson. A run in, and the bases are still loaded here for Judson. Judson, a great opportunity here now to put a crooked number on the board. As we play here in the top half of inning number 2. Great to have you along. Game number 2 of the 2022 CCAC Baseball Championship. Nelson 0 for 1. He flied to center field his first time up. Hits a little bit of a hanger high into the air. Left center field. Who's going to call for it there? And it'll be caught there by the center fielder as Wolf able to make the catch. Runner from third scoring. It'll be a sacrifice fly, and St. Xavier able to take Judson able to take a 2-0 lead over St. Xavier. That ball was hit a mile high into the air. Drew Hunniford was closing in on it, but Wolf cut in front of him and made the catch. So Nelson picks up an RBI. Frederick scoring from third. 2 in. Runner still at first and second now for Cameron Pauly, who had a single his first time up back in the first inning. So 2-0 Judson, the early lead. Pauly swings at this one and rips it, but foul just wide of first as it rolls up the right field side. 0-1 to Pauly. Connor Wigman remaining at second base. Alec McLennan is at first. Vargas coming set. And the 0-1. Breaking ball high and away to make it a ball and a strike. Right now, Vargas, he has his assignment clear. Get out of this inning without any further damage. 1-1 the count to Pauly. Left-handed batter awaits. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Over but low. Thought that might be called a knee-high strike. That didn't happen. On the board now, 2 balls and a strike to Cameron Pauly. As the game moves on in the rain. Here's the next pitch. Swung on in a high pop-up left side, foul territory. Is it playable? Right in front of the third base dugout, it'll go out of play. Smythe at third base giving that one a look. So the count now on the board, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So 2-2 here to Pauly. Boy, not a pleasant day for any outdoor activities. This has been really the story of the spring of 2022 here in the Chicago area. Here comes the set and the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, and that is drilled into right center field for a base hit. Rounding third and heading for home here will be the third run of the inning, and runners will wind up at first and third. They throw to third base, and actually the tag applied to third base, and the runner is out. So Wigman scoring on the play. McLennan thrown out at third for the third out of the inning. As Pauly gets a single, and he drives in a run. But in the inning, Judson able to pick up 3 runs on the frame. We head to the bottom of the second inning, and it's now Judson 3, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we are back here in Joliet, Illinois, and a little word to our audience. We have decided to go right now with kind of an audio-only call for the moment here as we're repositioning our camera so we can get a little bit of a clear picture through the rain. So we ask your patience here as we go now to the bottom of the second inning. Darren Zerillo leading it off for St. Xavier now. And here's the first pitch, and it'll be low and outside, 1-0 here to Zerillo. It'll be Zerillo, Wolf, and Hayes to up here for St. Xavier as Brandon Callender on the mound for Judson has been staked to a 3-0 lead in this game. The scoring on that out that ended the inning, by the way, was an 8-5 putout. Here's the 1-0. That'll be a fastball up high. 2 balls and no strikes here to Darren Zerillo. Zerillo coming into the game, a .304 hitter for the regular season. Goes after this one and fouls it to the right side. So now 2-1 the count for Zerillo. Zerillo with 4 home runs, 28 runs batted in. St. Xavier is a team 45 round trippers this season. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right-handed hitting Zerillo awaits, and there's a strike at the knees to make it 2-2. Zerillo out of the box, now back in, so we'll give you kind of a radio play-by-play call, which is what we normally do anyway. Here's the set by Callender. And the 2-2. Swung on, popped up down the right field line. Several players converging on it near the bullpen down the right field side, and that'll be out of play. Zaratsky, Ellinger, and Pauly all were going after that one. As the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the St. Xavier second inning. This game right now not rolling along at a very brisk pace. Here's the 2-2 offering. And this is drilled into right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Zerillo. Took what the pitcher gave him and served it into right center field for a single. First hit of the game for St. Xavier, and now here's Colin Wolf. Wolf, a .343 hitter on the year. 4 home runs and 29 runs batted in. Wolf with 77 total bases this season. So Wolf stands in. Callender back on the pitching rubber. Toes the left edge of the rubber. Here's the set now and the first pitch. And that'll be low and away, 1-0 to Colin Wolf. He'll be followed by Patrick Hayes and then Daniel Barrios. And then if we get that far in the inning, it'll be back to the top of the order for St. Xavier. 1-0 to Wolf. Right-handed hitting center fielder awaits. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball just above the letters for a ball to make it 2-0. I thought that would be called a letter-high strike, but it didn't happen. And so Wolf now in hitter's count at 2 balls and no strikes. Zerillo at first base. 3-0 ball game, bottom of the second inning. Here's another heater. And again, it'll be high and a little bit inside. So 3-0 here. Callender coming set, and the pitch. Fastball, that was a letter-high strike. Wolf taking all the way, and that runs it to 3 balls and a strike now. Game number 2 of a possible 14 here in this 8-team double elimination tournament. Here's the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Callender. Had late movement on it, and Wolf could not make contact, and now it's a full count. So 3-2 to Colin Wolf, who's back into the batter's box. Back foot just inside the back line of the box. Here's the payoff. Swung on and in the air down the right field line. Zaratsky into foul territory, and the bullpen reaches over the fence trying to reel it in. I believe he may have made the catch. Yes, he did. Spins and throws to second, not in time. What a play there. And Zaratsky able to reach over and make the play. For out number 1 is Zerillo able to tag up and go to second base. Good play there in right field, and now here's Patrick Hayes.
Shortstop, number 45.
So Hayes now stands in as St. Xavier with a runner in scoring position as we continue to play, as our game continues to play in a drizzle. As I said earlier, I'm not out in the drizzle. It's the players and the spectators who clearly deserve all the credit. There's a fastball up high as Hayes ducks out of the way of that one. Otherwise, it would have hit him in the helmet there, and so he's ahead at 1-0. Hayes this season a 194 hitter. Has 2 home runs. He's driven in 7 on the season. And he has a runner in scoring position here. 1 ball, no strikes. Calendar comes set. And the pitch. Swing, and did he get a piece of that? Yeah, he fouled it off there at home plate. So 1-1 now to Patrick Hayes. Judson scoring their 3 runs in the top half of this second inning. Here's the set. And the next pitch. Kind of a golf swing there, and again a foul ball. So a 2-strike situation here. As they count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, wherever you may be, hope you're able to keep as much out of the rain and the weather as possible. As we hold forth here on a very dreary Thursday to open up the 2022 CCAC Conference Baseball Championship Tourney. As that next pitch, a breaking ball missing low and outside. So a 2-2 count here to Patrick Hayes. Calendar looks in. Bit of a long look in. Now he comes set. 2-2 to the plate. Breaking ball just missing off the outside edge. That was close. I thought it could have gone either way. Alex Spang behind the plate. I think he tried to frame that pitch, but it didn't work out. And so 3-2 here to the number 8 hitter in the Cougar lineup. Calendar again now comes set. And the payoff pitch. Swung on, hit well into center field. Does it have enough air under it to stay up into the air? Yes, it does. And coming on, Dane Frederick able to make the catch in center field for the out. So Hayes, a good at bat, but he lines out to center field, and that'll bring up Daniel Barrios. It'll leave it up to Barrios, the right fielder. Barrios will bat here with 2 on and a runner in scoring position at second base. So it'll be a righty versus lefty matchup here. Daniel Barrios, a 205 hitter on the year. Has 3 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Here's the set now, and the first pitch from Brandon Calendar. And that'll be a strike call right down the middle, 0-1. Again, we're working on restoring our video feed. And we thank you for your patience. No balls, 1 strike. Barrios trying to drive in a run. That's the paramount priority, but also in doing so, wanting to keep the inning alive to recycle the order back to the top of the order. Next pitch here, swinging a pop-up foul down the left field side, out of play. So that makes it 0-2 to the number 9 hitter in the St. Xavier lineup. Bottom of the second inning, 3-0 Judson the lead. Calendar walks around the mound a little bit, now back on the pitching rubber. Here's the set. And the 3-1. Jammed him on a fastball. That was rather a 3-2 pitch, and that will end the inning. So the inning comes to a conclusion. I said 3-2. It was 0-2 on the count. And anyway, the inning comes to an end. So in the inning, St. Xavier threatens, but they do not score. They get a leadoff single, cannot move them around. No runs in the inning on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. And after 2 complete, it is Judson 3, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we move on here to the top half of inning number 3 as Judson with a 3-0 lead over St. Xavier on this rainy Thursday. And I believe we are close to being able to get our video back. Did a little maintenance on the window here to get you a little bit of a clearer picture. Alex Spang to lead it up now for Judson here in the top half of inning number 3. As Julian Vargas going to work here now for St. Xavier. Here's the wind in the first pitch, and that'll be over but low. So 1-0 to Spang. It'll be Spang, Moran, and Ellinger due up here for Judson. As the Eagles have taken an early 3-0 lead. There's a swing, and this ball pulled deep but foul down the left field side toward the corner. Drew Hunniford giving it a look, running out of room. Ball landing deep down the left field side near the corner on the berm. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Dimensions here at Dooley Health and Care Field. 348 down the line and left, 400 to straightaway center, 327 down the line to right field. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-1. Spang fouled out to right field his first time up. So he is 0 for 1 this afternoon. Here comes the next pitch. And this is hit sharply and into left field for a base hit. Shortstop Hayes moving to his right there, trying to maybe get a chance at a backhand play, but no opportunity there. So Spang aboard with a leadoff single here in the Judson third inning, and that'll bring up Tommy Moran, the DH. So Moran now will stand in. As do we have a pinch runner in the game now for Judson? I've got the wind blowing around some paperwork here in the booth. As we do have a pinch runner, I believe, for Spang at first base. Anyway, Moran now batting, and the first pitch to him will miss just off the outside edge. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Moran popped out to short right field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. That's J.J. Brennan, a junior from Janesville, Wisconsin, running at first base now. All right, Moran awaits. And the 1-0 pitch. It's a curve just off the outside edge. 2 balls and no strikes for Moran. Well, I had something blown away by the wind here. Thought it landed on the floor of the booth. And now I have finally found it. Here's the next pitch. This is skied into the air. Got some carry to it towards right center field. The wind now taking it almost to straightaway right field. Backing up in the play made for the out. As Barrios, boy, he really had to contend with the wind there and also looking up into the raindrops. Not an easy play. But he made it look fairly routine. And so there's 1 out in the inning. So now here's Timothy Ellinger. He had a walk his first time up. As Ellinger walked and then later came around to score back in the second inning for Judson. Goes after the first pitch here, pops it up. Left side, foul territory, just behind the bag at third is Jimmy Smythe, and he makes the catch for the out. So 2 away in the inning. That'll bring up Alan Zaratsky. He was 0 for 1. He flied out to right field his first time up. As the rain continues to fall. Julian Vargas now out of the stretch. Deals in the first pitch. That'll miss low and outside. So 2 down and a runner aboard at first base here for Judson. Dane Frederick, the center fielder, would be next if the inning continues. Here's the set and the pitch. And there's a two-hopper out to the mound, picked up there by Vargas. He'll throw to first base, and that'll be in time to end the inning. So in the inning, Judson getting a leadoff single but cannot move him around, so no runs in the inning for Judson. On a hit, no errors, and one left on base. To the bottom of the third we go, and it is 3-0 Judson. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Welcome back to Joliet, Illinois, as we move now to the bottom of the third inning. And Judson with a lead 3-0 over St. Xavier in this first round matchup in this CCAC Baseball Championship for 2022. Top of the order due up here now for St. Xavier, so Drew Hunniford will lead it off now for the Cougars. As the rain continues to fall here, and I think will for the foreseeable future, but not hard enough to stop the action. First pitch here pulled up the first base side, foul. 0-1 to Drew Hunniford, who is 0 for 1. He grounded out to Cameron Pauly at second base his first time up. Hunniford, left-handed batter, stands in. And the pitch from Callender. Fastball just off the outside edge. I thought it was going to be a called strike. That didn't happen. So a ball and a strike here to Hunniford. He'll be followed by Evan Orzik and then Jimmy Smythe. Here in the bottom half of inning number 3. Here comes the set now by Brandon Callender and the pitch. Fastball upstairs. So 2-1 now. Hunniford coming into the game at .333 on the year average-wise. Again, 0 for 1 here in this game this afternoon. Here's the pitch from Callender. Foul back out of play. That'll even it up at 2-2. That pitch registering at 82 miles an hour on the indicator beyond right center field. That kind of helps. Called a game here during the regular season that was not operating, the pitch speed indicator. I don't know where the radar gun is. There's a swing and a foul back into the screen. And it remains 2-2 to Drew Hunniford. St. Xavier trying to get back to the final round. They were defeated by Olivet Nazarene last year. Olivet Nazarene going for the three-peat. Winning last year. There was no tournament in 2020 due to COVID-19, and Olivet, they were the tournament champions back in 2019. Hunniford swings here and hits it to the right side, and actually no, out to straightaway center field, and that ball will be caught in center field for the out. Dane Frederick making the play. Lost the flight of the ball off the after it made contact with a bat, and I thought it was going to the right side, but then I saw Frederick make the play. So 1 away in the inning. And that'll bring up Evan Orzik. Orzik will walk his first time up. Was saying during the first game, with the gloomy skies, it's really almost a slate gray, and when the ball goes into the air, you can easily lose track of it. Here's a ball hit to the right side. Grounder fielded at first base, and it'll be an attempt at the 3-1 putout here as Callender covering after the scoop by Ellinger for the putout. So a nicely executed 3-1 putout there for out number 2 in the inning, and that'll bring up Jimmy Smythe. Smythe was hit by a pitch his first time to the plate back in inning number 1. He was eventually erased on a fielder's choice. Smythe stands in, 2 out and nobody on base, bottom of the 3rd. Judson with a 3-0 lead. Here's the first pitch coming in from Callender. And it's a breaking ball, and that'll be up high, 1-0. Patrick Duran would be next if the inning continues for St. Xavier. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And the pitch. Fastball down and away. So 2-0 here. That pitch speed indicator I'm wondering about because it was at 74 after the first pitch of the at-bat. As there's a fastball, started to swing, held up, but it's a strike anyway to Smythe, so it's a 2-1 count now to the St. Xavier third baseman. Now it says that last pitch came in at 85, but it was at 74 before the one pitch was delivered and did not go off, and so I'm wondering, as there's a foul back, and a 2-strike situation here now for Smythe. Beginning to wonder about whether or not that indicator is keeping up with the pitches as they occur. Anyway, kind of a moot point here. Has no effect on the game. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a called third strike on a beautiful pitch there by Callender to end the inning. Smythe caught looking on a pitch that caught the outer half of the plate. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base after 3 complete in Game 2 of our tournament. It's Judson 3, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Off the Judson 4th inning. The center fielder, number 1, Dane Frederick.
All right, we go now to the top half of inning number 4. Dane Frederick, the Judson center fielder, will start things off here in the top of the 4th frame as we head to the middle innings of this game. 3-0 Judson the lead. Julian Vargas, the right-hander, going to work here, and here's the first pitch of the inning. And it's pulled to the left side and into left field for a base hit. So Frederick jumping on the first pitch there and immediately able to deliver with a leadoff single, and that'll bring up Connor Wegman.
Third baseman, number 18,
So Connor Wegman now will bat. He walked and then later scored back in the 3-run Judson second inning. That 3 runs accounting for all of the scoring here in this ball game. Lights are now coming on here in Joliet for the first time today. There's the first pitch over but low, 1-0 to Wegman. He'll be followed by Alec McLennan and then back to the top of the order here for Judson. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0, Judson the lead. Here's the set now by Vargas. Throw to first base and the runner back in. Now Vargas looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Fastball down and in. So 2-0 now to Wegman. Judson, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. St. Xavier, no runs on 1 hit and 1 error. Here's the set now. And the 2-0 pitch. Well, it looked like off speed there, and it caught the outer half of the plate for the called strike. Wegman taking all the way there, but it's now a 2-1 count. Here's the set. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good movement there by Vargas on that offering. And now we have a 2-2 count on the board. Vargas comes set. And the pitch. Runner going. Swinging a foul ball to the left side into the upper deck out of play. So we'll try it again in a 2-strike situation. Wegman, left-handed batter, stands in. Here's the set now. And the pitch. And that'll be in the dirt. It skips away from home plate, goes all the way to the backstop. There's a lot of room here behind home plate, and so on a wild pitch, Dane Frederick will take second base. And Judson with a runner in scoring position now. So a wild pitch by Vargas. That is his 5th wild pitch of the year, and it puts Dane Frederick in scoring position. The count now on the board, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Wegman. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit to the right side of the infield to second base. And the play made there as Cirillo looked like he was handcuffed a little bit there on the edge of what normally would be the outfield grass on a natural infield. Was able to make the play, but a good piece of hitting there as Wegman able to advance the runner to third base. Runner at second, less than 2 out. You got to get him over. And Dane Frederick able to take third on the 4-3 putout. 1 away in the inning. That'll bring up Alec McLennan now. McLennan singled back in the 2nd inning, driving in a run, and was later out at third base. Has Frederick at third now, as Judson a great opportunity here to manufacture a run and take potentially a 4-0 lead. First pitch. That's a sweeping breaking ball and kind of a 12-6 breaking ball, but it came in low. 1-0 here to McLennan. Here's the set. 1 ball, no strikes, and the delivery. Breaking ball, bunted out in front of the plate, and it'll roll about a third of the way to the mound. Now they have no play anywhere, and everybody will be safe. The ball was picked up there by Vargas. Frederick came down the line a bit at third, and Vargas thought they might try to get him, but there was nobody covering the base, and so everybody's safe here. So now runners at the corners, still 1 away, back to the top of the order, and Benjamin Nelson. Nelson is 0 for 2, actually 0 for 1 with a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Sacrifice fly to left field his last time up. So here's the set now by Vargas. Runners at first and third. First pitch off speed, caught the outside half of the plate, and it's 0-1 to Nelson. Nelson, left-handed batter out of the box, now back in. And right now, the way things are going, St. Xavier can ill afford to fall any further behind. Double play would get them out of the inning. Fastball low and outside. 1-1 strike now for Nelson. Cameron Pauly next, and then Alex Spang if we continue here in the Judson fourth inning. Vargas looks in for the sign. There is action in the St. Xavier bullpen. Here's the set. And the 1-1. Off speed and again up high. 2 balls and a strike to Benjamin Nelson. Checking down the left field line. Not yet able to confirm the number of the pitcher warming up in the bullpen. As Nelson taking the next pitch high and away. 3-1 the count here. So a bad one here would load the bases. As Vargas may not be long for this game. Here's the set and the next pitch. Kind of a golf swing to the right side of the infield. Smothered there at second base as Frederick will come in to score from third base. Good play there by Zerillo. He ranged to his left, smothered the ball. Made the play at first. As Dane Frederick scores. McLennan to second on the play. And Nelson on the 4-3 ground out has his second RBI of the game, and that'll bring up Cameron Pauly. As Judson now with a 4-0 lead in this game.
Second baseman, number 6, Cameron Pauly.
Pauly 2 for 2. Pair of singles and a run batted in the game. Vargas remains in the game for St. Xavier. 2 out, runner at scoring position. A run in here for Judson. They lead it now 4-0. First pitch. And that's a breaking ball way up high. 1-0 here. Looked like there he just missed his release point. Flat out, a little bit too late. And wound up throwing kind of a floater that was well out of the zone. Pauly back into the batter's box. Lights right now kind of having a minimal effect here. Although it won't be long before they have more in effect. It is a dark and dreary day here in Joliet. Here's the 1-0, no pitch. It'll be a look back at second for Vargas, but no throw. Alec McLennan at second base. 4-0 now, Judson the lead. Here's the set. And the 1-0 pitch. That was up in the zone, and that'll be popped foul. Out of play, I believe, to the right side there. Well, right now in the gloom, it's hard to, when the ball is hit in the air, it's really difficult right now to kind of keep track of it. 1-1 strike the count. Vargas trying to keep his team relatively close. Is right now Judson a 4-run lead here in the top of the fourth inning. The set by Vargas. And the delivery. Breaking ball. Hit to the right side. Zerillo at second. Fields throws to first base, and that will end the inning.
In the inning for Judson, 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base.
But in the inning, Judson able to add to their lead. They pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors and 1 left on base. And we go bottom 4. It is 4-0 Judson. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball.
Number 44, Patrick Duran.
Patrick Duran to lead it up now for St. Xavier. As St. X right now trailing it now by a score of 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Brandon Callender on the mound, ready to go to work. First pitch here, check swing, and it's bounced foul toward the third base side on deck circle. So quickly Duran behind at 0-1. Duran hit into a fielder's choice his first time up back in the first inning of the game. So Judson adding a run to their lead in the top of the inning. And it is now 4-0 in favor of the Eagles. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss there by Duran, so he's quickly in an 0-2 hole. Had our live stats feed freeze up there, so I'm curious to know whether I gave you the accurate totals back in the last half inning. Right now it's 4-6-0 for Judson. No runs, a hit, and one error for St. Xavier. There's a fastball off the outside edge. A ball and 2 strikes to Duran. He'll be followed by Jordan Bach and then Darren Zerillo here as we play in the bottom of the fourth inning. Next pitch swung on and grounded to the right side, right to first base. This will be a 3-1 putout, it looks like. Yes, it is, as Ellinger throwing to Callender covering, and that's the first out of the inning. One away, that'll bring to the plate Jordan Bach. Bach grounded out 1-3 his first time up. Bach, a rarity. He wears number 80. He is a freshman from Lander, British Columbia. And the first pitch to the left-handed hitter will be off the outside edge, 1-0 to Jordan Bach. St. Xavier this season scoring 463 runs during the years. There's a bouncer foul at the first base side. But so far in this game, as we now are into the early evening hours here in the Central Time Zone, they have been shut out. One the count on the board. Here's the set and the pitch. That'll be a fastball upstairs. Darren Zerillo next, then the center fielder Colin Wolf if we get that far. We're in the top of the fourth inning. 4-0 lead for the Judson University Eagles. And the pitch. Hit to the right side, directly at second base. And this will be a routine 4-3 putout, Paulie to Ellinger. And that is out number 2 in the inning. 2 away in the frame, and that'll bring to the plate Darren Zerillo. Well, as we said at the top of the broadcast, St. Xavier sweeping the season series over Judson, but so far it's been Judson's day. Judson the number 6 seed, St. Xavier the number 3 seed. Game 1 this morning, that was completed on time. And in that game, St. Francis, the host team in the number 4 seed, blanked Roosevelt 6-0. First pitch a called strike on the outer half, 0-1 to Zerillo, who singled his first time up. Advanced as far as second base, but no further back in the second inning. There's a swing and a ball hit high into the air down the right field line, and that'll be out of play. Ellinger going after that one down the line. So now 0-2 here to Darren Zerillo as the train rolls on by the old ball yard here in downtown Joliet. Zerillo awaits. Right-handed batter. Waggles the bat over the right shoulder as he awaits the offering. Hit sharply, and one hopping out to second base. And the throw from Paulie to Ellinger in plenty of time, and that'll end the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for St. Xavier here. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played through 4. It is Judson 4, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, we're back here in downtown Joliet, Illinois, as we head now to the top half of inning number 5. And game 2 of what right now will be a rain-shortened 3-game schedule here on the opening day of the 2022 CCAC baseball tournament. And it'll be Alex Spang leading it off here now for the Judson University Eagles. 4-0 ball game in favor of Judson. Here's the wind of the first pitch at the top of the 5th inning. And it'll be a strike call right down the pipe, 0-1 to Spang. Spang has fouled out to right field and also singled in the game here today. No balls, 1 strike. And once again now the St. Xavier bullpen is quiet. They had action earlier on in the game. There's a strike ball that came in over but low. I thought it might be a strike, but it was over but low. 1-1 the count here. Long look in for the sign. And the pitch. And that'll be off the outside edge. So 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Julian Vargas trying to keep his team in touch here as they trail by 4 in this game. Judson looking to score the first upset of the tournament here. There's a swing and a ball nubbed foul to the right side. Oh, that got Spang. I couldn't tell exactly where as I was shielded on the view by both umpire and catcher, but Spang quickly back to his feet, kind of hopping back up to his feet. He'll walk it off there. I think that caught his right leg or ankle. And now a 2-strike situation for Spang. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Vargas, right-handed pitcher, toes the first base edge of the rubber. And here comes the 2-2. Curve, low and outside. And that'll fill the count. So 3-2 to the Judson leadoff hitter here in the top half of inning number 5. Vargas gets the sign. Here's the wind and the delivery. And in the air, right center field, long run here. A diving attempt that'll get by and roll all the way to the fence. Extra bases here. Spang will pull into second with a stand-up double. Wolf in center field. Great effort there. Full extension on the dive, but it got by him. Barrios was able to track it down in right center field as it was a 2-base hit. And now again, we'll have a pinch runner coming into the game for Judson. So Spang, the 2-base hit to start things off here for Judson. And Tommy Moran now due up, and now a meeting on the mound here for St. Xavier. J.J. Brennan again, the junior from Janesville, Wisconsin, again running at second base now for the Judson Eagles, who have a great opportunity once again to add to their lead here in the top half of inning number 5. Middle frame of our 9-inning contest. All right, the meeting on the mound breaks up. And now we're ready to resume as Moran stands in. Moran in the ball game has popped out to right field and flied out to right field. So right now, if you're in right field, if you're Daniel Barrios in right field, be aware. One may be coming your way. We had time called there for a moment. Now we're back and ready to go. Here comes the set now on the first pitch. And that'll be a fastball in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Timothy Ellinger next, and then Adam Zaratsky here as we play in the top of the 5th inning. 4-0 ball game. Judson looking to advance to what in effect would be the winner's bracket semifinal. Here's the next pitch. And that'll be flared out to the right side of it. It'll sneak into right field for a base hit. And runners will finish up here at first and third. And the Judson Eagles in business here in the top of the 5th inning now. So J.J. Brennan advances to third on the play. And right away, Judson with a threat here at the outside of the top of the fifth inning. So here's Tim Ellinger now. Ellinger a walk. He's also fouled out to third base in the game. And a real opportunity here for Judson to really kind of take control of this game. Again, action now in the St. Xavier bullpen. Here's the set now, and the first pitch to Ellinger. Goes after it and pops it into the air, fouled off to the left side out of play, and it's 0-1. Skies have really darkened here in Joliet. Not sure if you can tell by our video stream, but Ellinger now back into the batter's box. Here comes the set. And the 0-1. Ellinger takes off the outside edge. That'll even the count, 1-1 strike. Ellinger does not move. He stays right in the batter's box. Vargas leaning in, looking for the sign. Thought during the last inning he might not be long for the game, and he's trying to stay in the game right here. And he delivers. That'll be fouled off to the left out of play. So a ball and 2 strikes now to the Judson first baseman. Top of the fifth inning, 4-0 in favor of Judson. Judson now with 8 hits in the ball game. They have out-hit St. Xavier 8-1 here this afternoon, or now early evening. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ellinger. The kick and the pitch. Fastball off the outside edge. Had a lot of movement on it there, and it missed the outside corner to even the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Long look in for the sign. Runners at first and third. Nobody out in the inning. Throw to first base and the runner back in. A delayed call there by the umpire. Thought for a minute I might have called that one too early, but it was safe. That was the call. All right, Ellinger awaits. Here's the pitch to the plate now. Runner from first going. That ball is going to be sprayed foul to the left side. And Ellinger remains in a 2-strike situation here. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Two balls and 2 strikes. Ellinger back into the batter's box. Vargas comes set. Throws to first base. The runner back in. Quick tag applied there at first base by Duran, but the call is safe. Duran trying to apply the tag to Moran. Another throw to first base. And again, Moran back in. Alex Spang led the inning off with a double. Then Brennan came in to run for him, and he advanced to third on the Tommy Moran single. All right, here's the stretch down, the pitch to the plate. Breaking ball. Just off the outside edge. Oh, I thought there was a good chance that might be a called third strike, but it didn't happen. Runs the count full 3-2. A bad one here would load the bases. Lights, it seems now, is starting to take a little bit more of an effect in this for this game here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And a throw to first base, and again the runner back in. All right, Vargas looks in for the sign. Now he comes set. Here's the payoff pitch. Runner from first going. Ball lifted in the air, slicing toward the left field line. And that will land in foul territory. Long run there for Drew Hunniford near the bullpen down the left field line. Nearly was able to get to it, but it fell foul. And so we'll try it again at 3-2. Good battle here between Ellinger and Vargas. New ball thrown out to Vargas now. Julian Vargas, the sophomore right-hander, 5'9", 160 from Tinley Park, Illinois. Trying to stay in this game. Here comes the set. And the next pitch. Swung on, in the air. Left center field. This could be trouble here. And that will split the gap and go all the way to the fence. 1 run is in. 2 runs will come in. Ellinger adds to the lead with a double here as Judson breaks the game open. As Ellinger, a 2-run double to make it a 6-0 Judson Eagle lead. Brennan and Moran score. 6-0 your score, still nobody out in the inning. And let's see if that'll be it here for Julian Vargas. For the moment, he stays on the mound. Adam Zaratsky now to the plate here for Judson. And we'll have another pinch runner coming into the game now. So coming in to run now for the Judson Eagles will be Taylor Abercrombie, a freshman from Lee's Summit, Missouri. 5'11" freshman. So a pinch runner here now. Dane Frederick to the plate. Here's the set now on the first pitch, and that'll be low and away, 1-0. And now, actually no, I was looking ahead one spot in my book. It is Adam Zaratsky to the plate. Dane Frederick awaits on deck. Zaratsky in the game. Fly to right, also grounded back to the pitcher. Here's the set in the next pitch. And that'll be taken a little bit low. 2-0 now to Adam Zaratsky. So a runner at second, nobody out, 2 runs in here for Judson, and St. Xavier on the ropes in this game. As Judson now a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the set and the delivery. Fastball up high. 3-0 to Zaratsky. Now 9 hits in the game for Judson. They have scored in 3 of the last 4 innings. 3-0 to Adam Zaratsky. Here's the set and the delivery. Hit sharply and knocked down on a short hop there at shortstop. Great play there. Low throw, dug out at first base as well. Good play, good job at both ends of that play as Hayes was able to snare that on a short hop. Then he made a low throw to Duran, who made the scoop play at first base for the out. And on the play, the runner remaining at second base, and here's Dane Frederick. Frederick reached on an error and later scored in the second inning. Also has singled as well in the 4th. He advanced on a wild pitch and later came in to score in that inning. So 1 away in the inning. Runner still at scoring position here for the Eagles. Frederick taking a breaking ball in for a called strike. So he's behind at 0-1. Frederick, the junior from Elgin, Illinois. Right-handed hitter awaits. And the 0-1. Taken a little bit low to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Connor Wigman next, and then Alec McLennan if we get that far. Judson adding 2 to their lead here. They lead at 6-0 in the top of the 5th inning. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball. Called strike on the inner edge to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Good pitch there by Vargas. So a ball and 2 strikes as Frederick awaits the pitch. Kind of crowds the plate with his stance. Waggles the bat over the right shoulder. Here's the delivery. And this will be served out into short center field, and that will drop in for a base hit. Runner being waved around third base. And the throw to the plate getting all the way to the backstop, and that will allow Frederick to advance to second. He'll round second there, but he'll hold up. So a run comes in. Frederick with an RBI single, and he'll advance to second on an error, most likely. And now Connor Wegman will bat for Judson as the Eagles now lead at 7-0 in the game, and that'll be it for Julian Vargas. So Judson scoring 3 times here in the 5th inning, and we'll have a new pitcher coming into the game. We'll tell you about the new man on the mound after we take a short break. Top of 5, Judson leading it 7-0. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. New pitcher on now for St. Xavier. It'll be a right-hander, Caleb Zier, for the Cougars. Sophomore, 5'10", 190 from Rockford, Illinois. His previous school, Rockford Lutheran High School. And he comes on inheriting a difficult situation, as Judson now has taken a 7-0 lead in the game. And Zier's first batter to face will be Connor Wigman, the third baseman for Judson. So Zier, ready to go here, trying to get out of this inning without any more damage. First pitch here swinging, and a high fly ball. Left center field, and the catch made for the out. Is a long run there, but the catch made by Colin Wolf, the center fielder. And so Wegman quickly retired on the first pitch from Zier. And that's the second out of the inning, and that'll bring up Alec McLennan, who has a pair of singles and an RBI in the game tonight. So Judson now 7 runs on 10 hits in the ball game. Dane Frederick remains at second base here, as here's McLennan. First pitch coming in from Zier now. Long look, and now the pitch to the plate in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate there. 1-0 the count to McLennan. Orsic behind the plate there. Good block. Not allowing that ball to get too far away from him. McLennan had that RBI single back in the third inning, was later out at third base for the third out of that inning. Also had a single and advanced as far as second back in the fourth inning. Next pitch here, again low. 2 balls and no strikes for McLennan. Caleb Zier this year, 0-1 with a 5.51 ERA coming in 16 and a third innings pitched so far this season. 2 balls, no strikes. Right-hander gets the sign. And the pitch. Swung on and hit in the air to right field. Didn't have very much carry to it, and the catch made in right field by Barrios to end the inning. But for Judson, they plate 3 runs in the inning. As in the frame, 3 runs on 4 hits and error, and 1 left on base. And we are halfway home in game number 2 of our tournament. As your score is now Judson 7, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Welcome back to Joliet, Illinois. Colin Wolf will lead it off here now for St. Xavier as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning in St. Xavier. They are in a 7-0 hole now here. Here's a bunt on the first pitch of the inning, and it'll be a foul ball. 0-1 to Colin Wolf. Julian Vargas, by the way, his day done on the mound. 4 1/3 innings for St. Xavier. Allowed 10 hits, 7 runs, 4 of which were earned. He walked a pair and did not strike out a batter in the ball game. Wolf fouled out down the right field line last time up. Good play there by Zaratsky in right field on that last out for Wolf as he tries to hold up his swing here. Cannot do it. Went around, and he's behind at 0-2 now. So no balls and 2 strikes. Brandon Callender so far has struck out 2 and walked a batter in the ball game. There's a ball outside, well off the outside corner. Kind of overthrew that pitch, I think, did Callender, and so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 5th inning, 7-0, Judson the lead. Game number 2 of our tournament this year. As the next pitch, a curve, just low, maybe a tad outside. And that makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Game 1 was played as scheduled this morning at 10 o'clock. St. Francis shutting out Roosevelt 6-0 in that game. Here's the 2-2. And this is hit well into left center field, dropping quickly, and a sliding attempt, and the catch, I believe, made. Yes, it was. Great play there in left field as Nelson coming on and sliding, and literally kind of while sliding and sitting down on the turf was able to make the play for the out. 1 away in the inning, and that'll bring to the plate Patrick Hayes, the shortstop. In both games today, we've seen some excellent defensive plays. Hayes lined out to center field his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. First pitch to him here, and he bounces it back to the mound. Knocked down here by Callender, recovers in front of the mound, then throws wildly to first base. It'll hit the sidewall, and it'll go out of play, and so Hayes will be awarded second base. So an error there on Callender. Really had a lot of time there, but hurried the throw, and that caused him to throw it well up high into the air. Ellinger had no chance to reel that one in at first base. So each team charged with an error in the game now, and that'll bring up Daniel Barrios.
Right fielder number 6, Dan Barrios.
Barrios 0 for 1 with a swinging strikeout back in the second inning of the game. So St. Xavier a chance here with a runner in scoring position. Looking back, well, for one thing, it ends a streak of 10 straight batters retired by Brandon Callender. And also looking back, St. Xavier did have a runner in scoring position back in the second inning. Zerillo was able to reach second As the first pitch, and that'll miss well off the outside edge. Throw down to second base. And Hayes able to get back in. Well, that pitch was so far outside, I think that Callender lost the grip on the ball there. Still only one hit in the game for St. Xavier. That was the single by Zarello. He singled back to start the second inning, then advanced to second base. 1-0 here to Daniel Barrios. Callender looking in for the sign. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball down and in. 2-0 here. That ball had a lot of heat to it, that pitch from Brandon Callender. So it's now 2 balls and no strikes. Drew Hunniford next, then Evan Orzek here for St. Xavier. Here's the set by Callender. Look back at second base. Now the pitch to the plate. And that'll be in there. Letter high called strike to make it 2-1. Well, right now, if you're Callender and Judson, you do not want to give this very, very potent St. Xavier offense some hope to get back into the game. That last pitch checking in at 81 miles an hour. 2 balls, 1 strike to Barrios. And the pitch from Callender. Taken just a little bit low. Might have been inside. 3-1 now here. Wolf began the inning flying out to center field on a sliding grab there by Benjamin Nelson in center, or in left field, I should say. Then the error on the Hayes at bat, and now Barrios batting here in a 3-1 count. Here's the delivery. Taking outside, ball 4. So St. Xavier now with something brewing here. After the error and the walk, they have runners at first and second. Back to the top of the order, and Drew Hunniford.
Left fielder, number 19, Drew Hunniford.
Hunniford is 0 for 2 in the game. He's grounded out to second base and flied out to center field. So Hunniford a chance here. 2 on, 1 away in the inning. Bottom of the 5th inning, and Judson the lead by a score of 7-0. The Judson bullpen quiet as Callender with a comfortable lead. First pitch here, hit over the right edge of the mound. Gloved at second base, flipped to second for 1, relay from the shortstop. A well-turned 4-6-3 double play. Pauly to McLennan to Ellinger, and that'll end the inning. So St. Xavier able again to get a runner in scoring position, but cannot cash in. As in the inning, no runs for St. Xavier, no hits, an error, and 1 left on base. And after 5 completed is Judson 7, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Benjamin Nelson leading it off now for the Judson Eagles as the top of the order drew up here now for Judson. Here in the top of the sixth inning as they lead it, or rather bottom of the fifth inning as they lead it 7-0. Swing and a miss on the first pitch here. As we are, in fact, in the top of the sixth inning. I'll explain that in a moment as the next pitch outside, 1-1 here. I was looking up at the scoreboard, and the result for the St. Xavier, bottom of the fifth inning, has not yet been posted. But it is the top of the sixth inning. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. That makes it a ball and 2 strikes to Nelson. Nelson made that fine sliding catch in the last half inning. Nelson has flied out to center field, hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run, and has an RBI ground out. Swing and a miss here. Drop third strike. Orzek out in front of the plate. Lobs to first base to complete the out. 1 away in the Judson sixth inning. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Cameron Pauly.
Second baseman, number 6, Cameron Pauly.
Pauly in this game is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run batted in. Grounded out to second his last time up. First pitch here is in for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Alex Spang next, and then Tommy Moran here in the top of the sixth inning. Here's the wind now, and the next pitch. And that'll be fouled back into the screen to make it 0-2 to Pauly. Caleb Zier on for his first full inning of work now after coming on in relief in the fifth inning. There's a ball outside. So a ball and 2 strikes for Cameron Pauly. Game number 2 of a shortened 3-game schedule on day 1 of the CCAC Baseball Championship Tournament. Here's the pitch by Zier, and that'll be low and away. 2-2 here. Game 3 coming up after this one, featuring St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph in the number 2 versus 7 seed game. There's a foul back to the screen. St. Ambrose, the number 2 seeded team, and Calumet St. Joseph checking in as the 7 seed. Here's the wind of the next pitch, just off the outside edge. So that'll move the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for Judson. No runs, a hit, and an error for St. Xavier. There's a swing and a miss. And so a second consecutive strikeout for Zier to start the 6th inning. 2 away in the inning, and that'll bring up to the plate Alex Spang. Spang has fouled out to right, singled, and doubled in this game. And here's the wind in the first pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Zier. And it is 0-1 to Spang. And Zier working quickly. Another breaking ball and a swing and a miss. So 0-2 now to Alex Spang. And the pitch. Low and outside to make it a ball and 2 strikes. Spang, right-handed batter, awaits. And the 1-2. And that's a chopper over the mound. It caroms off the left side incline of the mound, out to the shortstop. Throw to first base as Spang a head-first dive into first base to no avail. Good play there by Hayes at short. That ball caromed off the left edge of the mound, or the left incline of the mound. We've seen that happen a couple of times today, but he was able to complete the play, was Hayes, for a 6-3 putout to end the inning. For Judson, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go bottom 6. Your score. It is Judson 7, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. We move on to the top half of inning number 7 here in Game 2 of our 2022 CCAC tournament action.
Sixth inning, the catcher, number 27, Evan Orzik.
And it'll be Evan Orzik now to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning here in game number 2 of our tournament. And the first pitch to the St. Xavier catcher. Missing outside, and it's 1-0 here to Orzik. It'll be Orzik, Smythe, and Duran due up here now for St. Xavier. As we play in the bottom of the 6th inning, 7-0, Judson with the lead. Orzik going after this next pitch, and a one-hopper out to short. Low throw to first base, one hopping in, and a good backhand play there by Ellinger. As McLennan's throw from shortstop a little bit low, but they do get the out, and one away for St. Xavier in their half of the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Jimmy Smythe, the third baseman for St. X. Smythe has been hit by a pitch and also called out on strikes in this game. So Smythe into the box, batting here with one out and nobody on base in the bottom of the 6th inning. His team trailing by 7. First pitch, a called strike on the outside edge, 0-1. Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-0. Judson the lead. Here's the 0-1 from Brandon Callender. This will be skied into the air. Short right center field backpedaling, and the catch made by Cameron Pauly, the second baseman, for out number 2. So Smythe pops to Pauly, and that'll bring to the plate Patrick Duran. And right now, Brandon Callender has this St. Xavier offense's number in this game, as the Cougars still have been limited to just one hit in the game. They've been out-hit 10-1 by Judson. Callender working out of the stretch as he always does. First pitch here. This is drilled into right center field. It'll fall in for a base hit. Moving over to cut that ball off in center field, Dane Frederick. As Duran aboard with just the second hit of the game now for the Cougars. As St. Xavier now has a 2-out base runner for Jordan Bach, the DH. So Jordan Bach now will stand in. Bach is 0 for 2. He's grounded back to the pitcher and also grounded out to second base. Here's the set now by Callender and the first pitch. A little bit of a jam shot, and it's pulled foul right side. How he got around on that inside pitch and was able to pull it, that was quite a feat in itself, and Bach, though, behind 0-1 in the count. Judson, 3 runs in the second, 1 in the fourth, 3 more in the 5th inning. St. Xavier so far has been shut out. First game was a 6-0 shutout. Here's the 0-1. Fastball, just above the letters, taken for a ball to make it 1-1. Temperature was in the low 50s when we started this game. Here comes the set now, and the pitch. That'll be a strike called on the outer half. 1-2 the count there. As Alex Spang, he hopped up, and I think he might have thought that might have been a third strike. It was 1-2. Either that or maybe he was anticipating a throw to second base, but the runner at first, Duran, not moving. Either way, 1-2. Here's the delivery. And that will be just off the outside edge. That'll square up the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two to Jordan Bach. Left-handed batter awaits, and the pitch. Taken outside, runner going, throw to second base, and that'll move into center field, but Duran sliding in, not able to get up and try to go for third, but he does have a stolen base here. And so a runner in scoring position now for St. Xavier. They've had a couple of opportunities in this game, but not have been able to take advantage. Two-two the count here, I believe, to Bach. We'll check the scoreboard on that. It is, in fact, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 out in the inning. And a runner in scoring position at second base now for the Cougars. Bach awaits. Righty versus lefty matchup here. Looks like there is starting to be action in the Judson bullpen. Long pause by Callender. Now the pitch to Bach. Swings and bounces a kind of a mini chopper to the right side. Ellinger fields it first. I think he slipped and fell on the wet turf, but reached out and touched the base with his glove to end the inning on a 3 unassisted putout. Good play there by Ellinger, and that will end the inning. So in the inning, St. Xavier, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. And after 6 complete, it stays Judson 7, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back here in Joliet on what's been really, to be quite blunt, a terrible weather day here. As we head to the top half of inning number 7, Tommy Moran starting things off here for the Judson University Eagles, who are maintaining a 7-0 lead in this game. And the first pitch low and outside, 1-0 to Moran. Moran has popped out to short right, flied out to medium right, and also has a single and a run scored in the game today. And Moran goes after this next pitch, kind of a mini chopper out to shortstop. Glove there, and the long throw to first base in time from Hayes to Duran at first for the first out of the inning. 1 away in the inning, and that'll bring to the plate Timothy Ellinger. Ellinger 1 for 2 with a pair of RBIs in the game. Taking his time before he moves into the batter's box. As we play here in the top half of inning number 7. And as I was looking down, the pitch was delivered, and it looked like it was a called strike, so it's 0-1 to Ellinger. He'll be followed by Adam Saratsky and then Dane Frederick. And the pitch. And that'll miss outside. 1 ball and 1 strike, the count here. Caleb Zier remaining in the game on the mound for St. X, the second pitcher of the ball game. Deals here and a flare out towards short. A little bit of a hop, and the catch made at shortstop by Hayes for out number 2. So 2 down in the inning, and now that'll bring up Adam Saratsky. Saratsky 0 for 3 in the game, a fly out, a ground out to shortstop, and a ground out to the pitcher. First pitch here swinging, and he fouls it off to the right. So he's behind at 0-1. That last pitch coming in, a breaking ball at 70 miles an hour. Here's the 0-1 pitch, another breaking ball in for a called strike. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Adam Saratsky. Again, 0 for 3 in the game. Here comes the 0-2. Just a little bit low, and the inning will continue. Caleb Zier, I think, thought he had a strikeout there to get a 1-2-3 frame. Not quite yet. Here's the 1-2 offering. Curveball missing low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Zier looks in for the sign, and the 2-2. And that'll be topped to the third base side of the field. Glove there left of the mound, and then a wild throw coming in from the third baseman, Jimmy Smythe. That'll hit the sidewall, but it will be backed up here, and so Zarowski will have to hold at first base. So a 2-out base runner here for Judson, as Dane Frederick will come to the plate now for the Eagles. That'll be the second error of the game on the St. Xavier Cougars, as things just not going well for the number 3 seeded team in the tournament here in their opening game. Dane Frederick 2 for 3 in the game with an RBI. Had an RBI single his last time up. Also has reached on an error, so he's reached in each plate appearance in the game. First pitch here to Frederick. Curve in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Connor Wigman next if the inning continues. 2 out, a runner at first, top of the 7th, 7-0 Judson the lead. Here comes the set now from Xavier. Throw to first base and the runner back in time. Frederick, right-handed batter, back into the batter's box. Here comes the set now from Caleb Xavier, and the pitch. Swung on, and a soft liner, and that'll be off the glove, it looked like, of Hayes at short. It'll kind of skip into center field, and everyone will wind up safely on the bases still at first and third. Little low line drive, a knee-high liner, and it looked like Hayes, it clearly hit his glove, and from up here it looked like it might have hit the heel of the glove and then skip into center field. Zarowski to third on the play. Frederick aboard at first, and here's Connor Wigman now. That'll be ruled an error on Hayes. Second error of the inning now for St. Xavier, and runners again at first and third with 2 out of the inning. So Connor Wigman now batting, and the first pitch to him is in for a called strike on the outer half, and it's 0-1. Wigman had a walk back in the second inning, later came around to score. Since then, he's grounded out to the second baseman and flied out to center field. 1 ball, no balls and a strike here now to the Judson third baseman. Turning to throw to first and the runner back in. Well, as we say during any kind of bad weather day, kudos to the players, the coaches, and the spectators here braving the elements. Turning to throw to first base and the runner back in safely. Close play there at first. Quick tag applied there at first base by Duran. 0-1 the count to the hitter, Connor Wigman. Xavier comes set. And the 0-1. Runner from first going, throw to second base. And the sweep tag applied, and they will get him. And the runner broke from third but did not score the run in time, so the inning will come to an end. So Dane Frederick thrown out at second base to end the inning. So Judson threatens, but they do not score. No runs in the inning, no hits, 2 errors, and as it turns out, a runner left on base. Stretch time in Joliet, we go bottom 7. It is 7-0 Judson. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Back with you from Dooley Health and Care Field in Joliet, Illinois. As it'll be Darren Zerillo to start it off against Brandon Callender. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, 7-0 Judson right now seemingly in cruise control in this game. Looking to advance in the winner's bracket of this tournament. There's a strike called on the outside corner. 0-1 to Zerillo, who has a single and a ground out. Callender gets the sign and the pitch. Fastball upstairs. A ball and a strike. Zerillo, Wolf, and Hayes due up for St. Xavier. Well, Caleb Zier doing a good job there in that last half inning, pitching around 2 defensive errors. There's a swing and a foul tip at home plate. So the count on the board now, a ball and 2 strikes to Zerillo. Playing the bottom of the 7th inning here. Judson, the visiting team in this game. And they are in a comfortable situation, leading at 7-0. There's a ball high. Squares the count up now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, originally 4 games scheduled today, 4 tomorrow, 4 Saturday, before break Sunday, but the schedule's been kind of tossed into uncertainty with the bad weather here, as there's a ball low and outside, 3-2. We'll only be able to play a maximum of 3 games here today and tonight. And wondering if they will just try. The weather does not look great for tomorrow. It might be a kind of a day-long rain situation. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And hit sharply to the right side. And in short right field, glove there at second base. And the throw to first from Pauly to Ellinger in time for the out. Cameron Pauly, a good play, sliding over to his left to make the play. 1 away, and that'll bring up Colin Wolf. Wolf is fouled out to right and fly to left field, both on very good defensive plays. In right field by Zaratsky and in left field by Benjamin Nelson. Here's the set and the first pitch. And that'll be fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. That pitch had movement toward the outside, and Wolf, I think, made contact on the underside of the ball and then fouled it straight back. So he's behind at 0-1. Wind blowing in slightly here, it seems. Not nearly as windy as it seemed earlier on in the game or this morning when we arrived here at about 9 a.m. There's a foul ball off to the right out of play. 0-2 to Colin Wolf. I think the goal right now with the schedule is to make sure we're back on track by Monday. Next pitch, blew it by him, did Callender. A swinging strikeout for Wolf for the second out of the inning. Callender rearing back there and offering some heat right down the pipe and said, here it is, try to hit it, and Wolf came up empty. And now here's Patrick Hayes. Callender now with 3 strikeouts in the game. Hayes has lined to center field and also reached on an error. As right now, Brandon Callender has had the Cougars' number. Just 2 hits for St. Xavier in the game. Here comes the set now, and the first pitch of this next at-bat, a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Hayes. Trying to keep the inning alive for Daniel Barrios. Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-0 Judson, and the pitch. Swung on and hit high into the air down the right field line. Foul territory, 3 men converging on it. Zaratsky reaching out, bobbles, crashes against the fence, and then held onto it in the bullpen down the right field side for the out. So for the second time, Zaratsky making a great play in right field, and this time it ends the inning. So in the inning for St. Xavier, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We have completed 7 innings of this game, and your score is Judson 7, St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go now to the top of the 8th inning. Connor Wigman now will lead it off here. He was batting when Dane Frederick was out trying to steal to end the Judson 7th inning as we go to the top of the 8th inning. As Caleb Zier continues on the mound for St. Xavier, and the first pitch is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. Well, at the very least right now, Caleb Zier is able to eat up some innings here for the Cougars. As right now the game never completely out of reach as there's a ball low, 1-1, but St. Xavier coming back and winning, not a real high order of probability right now. Righty versus lefty matchup here as Zier into the wind and the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss off the outside edge, 2 balls and a strike. Game 3 coming up tonight. And right around 8:15, maybe 8:30 or so, depending on the length of this ball game between St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph, there's a swing and a miss. So now 2-2 the count to Connor Wigman. As the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up in this inning for Judson. Here's the wind of the 2-2. And it'll be swung on and lifted foul down the left field line, out of play. And it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we are in the twilight hours here, although we have not seen any sunlight today here in Joliet. As there's a fastball. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Good pitch there by Zier, and Wegman is out on strikes to start the Judson 8th inning. Caleb Zier, his 3rd strikeout of the game, and that'll bring up to the plate Alec McLennan. McLennan 2 for 3, a pair of singles, an RBI. He's also flied to right field. Zier into the wind of the first pitch. And that'll be over but low. 1 ball and no strikes the count. Looking at the radar, if I can call that up on my smartphone here. My new phone that I'm still learning to operate. There's a swing and a high pop fly down the right field line, and ranging over and making the play for the second out is Zerillo, the second baseman. So 2 away in the inning. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Benjamin Nelson was just mentioning wanting to check the radar here. As Nelson stands in. And the first pitch in for a strike. I've got the wrong weather app up now. I think I've got the right one. As the next pitch coming in looked like a little bit low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Still showing some showers in the area here. But much, much less green on the radar screen right now. There's a swing and a ball bounced foul up the right side. So 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count here to Benjamin Nelson. Cameron Pauly would be next if the inning continues. We're in the top of the 8th inning. Judson the lead 7-0. Next pitch here, that'll be fouled off to the left side, out of play. So it stays a 2-strike situation. Caleb Zier into the wind and the pitch. That'll be a fastball, just missed the outside edge. So now 2-2 the count. Nelson, left-handed batter, back into the batter's box. And the 2-2 offering. Strike 3 called. Another good pitch there by Zier to ring up Nelson to end the inning. So Zier gets 2 punch-outs in the inning. 2 of the 3 outs were strikeouts. As in the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. The game's settling into a pattern here. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, and it is Judson 7 and St. Xavier nothing. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Here we go now to the St. Xavier 8th inning, as they trail Judson by a score of 7-0. And the first pitch here is in for a called strike from Brandon Callender, as Daniel Barrios stands in here for St. X. Barrios, a strikeout and a walk in the game. As the next pitch coming in, and a wave and a miss. And quickly Barrios behind now, no balls and 2 strikes. Callender has retired the last 4 batters he has faced in the game. I believe earlier on he had a streak of quite a few batters. There's a chopper up the left side, backing up on the play, and then gloving at third base, and then the throw to first base, skipping by, goes to the rolling toward the bullpen there. And so Barrios will wind up at second base. Wegman at third backed up on that ball and made a nice play fielding it, but then threw wildly to first base, kind of one-hopping it in. And so Barrios is aboard here. We'll see how the scoring goes there. As Drew Hunniford now will come to the plate. Got to believe that'll be an E5 on the Barrios at bat. And here's Hunniford. Hunniford, a ground out, a fly out, and then hitting into a 4-6-3 double play. Bounces one to the right side here. Glove by Ellinger at first base. He'll step on the bag himself for the unassisted putout. As on the play, Daniel Barrios going to third base. So 3 unassisted there, and that'll bring up to the plate Evan Orzik. Orzik 0 for 2 in the ball game tonight. Also as a walk. Bats here in the bottom of the 8th inning with a runner at third and 1 away, as St. Xavier trying to get on the board here. They have a runner 90 feet away at third base. So Orzik now stands in. First pitch to the St. X catcher, and that'll be upstairs for ball 1. So that was an error charged to Wegman. That's the 6th error combined in the game. 2 for Judson, 4 for St. Xavier. There's a swing and a foul ball, right side. 1-1 here to Evan Orzik. Game number 3 of the day coming up next between St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph. St. Ambrose, the number 2 seed. Calumet St. Joseph, the number 7 seed in this tournament field. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch from Callender. And that'll be over but low. 2 balls and a strike here. Orzik out of the box briefly, actually 1 foot out of the box. Kind of extends his arms. Now brings the bat back in, and he's back into the batting stance. The set by Brandon Callender, and the pitch jammed him, and it's fouled off, rolling toward the first base on deck circle. So that makes it a 2-2 count. I believe 2-2. Check the board here. Board has 3-1. So we will find out in a moment. As here's the pitch from Callender. That'll be fouled off to the left side. Well, now we know it's a 2-strike situation regardless. We play here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's been all Judson here in this ball game. Judson scoring 3 in the first, 3 in the second and in the 5th inning, and they also had a run in the 4th today. Here's the next pitch coming in. Fouled off to the left, out of play. We'll try it again. Good battle here. As Orzik able to stay alive on the last couple of pitches in a 2-strike situation. 7 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for Judson. No runs, 2 hits, and 4 errors for St. Xavier. All right, Callender now comes set. And the pitch. High and away, and that'll run it now to 3-2. So that was a 2-2 count there on that pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes here to the St. Xavier Cougars catcher. Out of the box, now back in, kind of crowds the plate with a stance deep in the box. Here comes the payoff pitch. Orzik goes after that one and fouls it away again down the right side, and we'll try it again at 3-2. Good battle here between Callender and Orzik. Game 4 of this opening day of the tournament will be postponed at least until tomorrow between Olivet Nazarene and Indiana South Bend. That's the 1-8 matchup. Next pitch swung on, sliced into left center field, dropping rather quickly here. But over to make the play, the catch made in left field. Runner from third tags and scores as Nelson makes the catch. And Barrios comes in to score from third base, and St. Xavier on the board to make it a 7-1 game on a sacrifice fly by Evan Orzik. So the bases are now empty, 2 away in the inning, but it's a 7-1 game. And now meeting at the mound here, there has been action for a while in the Judson bullpen. Let's see if that'll be it here for the Judson starter as we play here in the bottom half of inning number 8. For the moment, Callender will stay in the game. As Jimmy Smythe due up here for St. Xavier. Smythe has been hit by a pitch. He's also been caught looking and popped out to second base. Batting here with the bases empty and 2 away in the inning, but a run in for St. Xavier to snap the shutout effort. First pitch here to Smythe goes after an eye-high pitch and pops it up high into the air right side. Ellinger calling for it. Drifts behind the base at first. Falls down, but I believe he held on to the ball. And he did, and that'll end the inning. But St. Xavier at least able to get on the board here. As in the inning, they pick up a run on no hits, an error, and none left on base. And we go to the 9th. It is Judson 7, St. Xavier 1. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. Cameron Pauly leading it off here for Judson's Eagles as we head to the 9th inning, the final regulation frame of this game. And right now, it seems as if extra innings not in the cards as Cameron Pauly stands in against Caleb Zier, who's been very good in relief here for St. Xavier. 3 2/3 innings of shutout ball here by the right-hander, and his first offering will miss outside 1-0 to Pauly. Pauly, a pair of singles and a ground out and a strikeout in the game today. Also has an RBI. There's a swing and a miss. 1-1 for Pauly now. So it adds up to 2 for 4 and an RBI for Paulie in this game. Judson the lead, 7-1 in the ball game. Looking to advance to meet the winner. There's a swing and a foul off to the left side out of play. Checking the bracket here. And, you know, I was saying earlier on, I said in the first game 15 potential games in this tournament. Corrected myself thinking that was incorrect, but it is in fact a possibility of 15 games in this tournament. There's a swing and a pop foul to the left side out of play. I was looking at a bracket that was the copy that I made on my home printer, I think cut off the right edge of the bracket. Anyway, a two-strike situation here for Paulie. But anyway, the point of the whole deal about the bracket right now is that the winner of this game will advance to meet the winner of the game to be played after this one, St. Ambrose against Calumet St. Joseph. And the losers of the two games will meet in an elimination game. There's a foul ball off to the left out of play. Good battle here between Xavier and Paulie as a new set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. All Judson here in game 2 of this tournament. They lead at 7-1 here in the 9th inning. Xavier, that last pitch coming in at 72 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting Cameron Paulie. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. And so a strikeout for Paulie, his second of the game. Well, he's 2 for 5, but that's a 400 average. That's a good day in anybody's book. And here is Alex Spang. Spang grounded out to the shortstop his last time up. He's 2 for 4 in the game, had a double and a run scored earlier on. Inside outs this pitch on a weak roller to first base. Picked up there, and then it'll be a 3-1 put out. Good play there by Duran. And then he tosses to Xavier covering for the out. So 2 away in the inning, and that'll bring up Tommy Moran. Moran is 1 for 4 in the game. He grounded out to shortstop his last time up. Here's the wind of the first pitch from Caleb Xavier. A chopper over the mound, charging, gloving the shortstop. Actually, it gets by him now. Thought he was going to come up with it as Hayes charged the ball at short in front of the bag at second, but it skips through. And so an infield single here for Tommy Moran to keep the inning going for Judson. And that'll bring up Timothy Ellinger. Looking ahead to the St. Xavier 9th inning, Duran, Bach, and Zerillo due up for the Cougars. So here's Timothy Ellinger. Ellinger 1 for 3 with a pair of RBIs in the game. All right, here comes the set now, and the first pitch. Fastball, missing outside, 1-0. Well, we had talked earlier on, it's not official by any means, but we'll be able to play 3 today, and with the really bad weather, it looks like tomorrow, they may wind up scheduling just the 1 game tomorrow, which would be game 4 of the first round. There's a ball high. 1-1 the count here. As the train rumbles by. Tracks outside of the ballpark. Here's the set now. Long pause by Xavier, now the pitch to the plate. And that'll be in for a called strike. So now on the scoreboard, 2 balls and a strike here. 2 out and a runner at first. Swinging a ball sliced foul to the left side. So it's now 2-2. Wind continuing to blow in, but very lightly now from center field. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Swung on and in the air, deep toward the right field corner. Long run here, and it will skip all the way to the fence in right field. Rounding third and running through the stop sign at third base and scoring on the play is Tommy Moran, as Timothy Ellinger winds up at second base. Well, Moran, I was watching him all the way rounding third and he ran through the sign and made it an 8-1 game. And now that'll bring to the plate Adam Zaratsky. So an 8-1 ball game now. And Moran at second base with his second hit of the game. He's 2 for 4 in the ball game now. First pitch here coming into Zaratsky. Swung on and popped foul right side out of play, 0-1. Zaratsky 0 for 4 in the ball game. He did reach on an error his last time to the plate back in the 7th inning. So an 8-1 ball game here, 12 hits now in the game for Judson. It has been all Eagles in this game. They got on the board early with 3 in the 2nd inning and really haven't looked back. There's a fastball low. 1-1 to Zaratsky. Dane Frederick would be next. Zier looks in for the sign. And now the pitch. Swung on, that pitch tailing toward the outside edge, and it's fouled to the right out of play. So a ball and 2 strikes here. New set of baseballs brought out to the home plate umpire. Top of the 9th inning, 8-1 now. Judson in front. Here's the set by Zier. And the 1-2. And that'll just miss down and a little bit inside. And so I believe that evens the count. The count remains on the board 1-2. As Zier comes set now. And the pitch. And that'll be fouled off. And now they did put that previous ball on the board. So it was, in fact, a 2-2 pitch there. And it stays 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Judson able to add a run here in the 9th inning. First run they've scored since they put across 3 in the top of the 5th inning. Dane Frederick would be next if the inning continues. Now time will be called. Here's the set now. Not quite yet now. The set by Caleb Zier. And the pitch. Jam shot, and it's pulled foul up the left field line. We'll try again. Caleb Zier, 4 1/3 innings pitched now in the ball game, and that last run was an earned run. He struck out 5 here in a really a good outing for Zier. 2-2 count to Adam Zaratsky. And the pitch. Kind of a golf swing. Lofted out towards second base and knocked down there at short. And no play available, and everybody will be safe. Hayes, a good effort there to knock that ball down, but he wisely held onto the ball. Did not make a play, and everybody's safe. On the play, Ellinger advances to third, and here's Dane Frederick now. Frederick 2 for 4 tonight with an RBI. Frederick reaching on an error his last time up. Actually, he's reached on an error twice in the game. He's reached base 4 times. Also, as a pair of singles, he's scored twice and driven in a run. Quite a game for Dane Frederick here tonight. Zier comes set now. Runners at the corners, 2 away. First pitch, and that'll be a strike on the outside half, and it's 0-1. Good movement on that pitch by Caleb Zier. And he quickly moves ahead in this confrontation. Here's the 0-1. Popped up, high into the air, down the right field line, and reaching up about maybe 6 feet into fair territory. And the catch made by Barrios and right to end the inning. But in the inning, Judson able to add a run. As in the inning, they pick up a run on, looks like 3 hits in the inning. No errors, and 2 left on base. Last chance for St. Xavier. We go bottom 9. It is 8-1 Judson. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. right, here we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Last licks here for St. Xavier now. As it'll be Patrick Duran to lead it off now for the Cougars. Duran, Bach, and Zerillo do up here for St. X. As they again trail by 7 now. It's an 8-1 ball game. Brandon Callender trying to finish off a complete game. First pitch here up high, 1-0 the count. And it would mark 2 complete games in the first 2 games of the tournament here. As in the first game, 6-0 shutout by St. Francis, resulting in a perfect game. Not a perfect game, a complete game. Although it was an excellent performance by Nick Villasenor for St. Francis in getting the win. There's a strike called. And so the count now on the scoreboard is at 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the set by Callender and the pitch. Swinging a foul back. So now 2-2. Duran 1 for 3 in the ball game tonight. Had a single in the 7th. I should say the 6th, stole a base, but was stranded at second base. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Foul back again, and we'll try it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Judson 3 outs away from the victory here. And it would move them now to 18-26 overall this season. St. Xavier would drop to 39-13-1 for the year. Two balls, 2 strikes now. Callender ready to go again, and the delivery. High heat there, swing and a miss. And so Duran is out on strikes to start out the St. Xavier 9th inning. And that'll bring to the plate Jordan Bach, the DH. Callender is 4th strikeout of the game now, as Bach is 0 for 3. Hit into a 3 unassisted put out at first base his last time up. Callender comes set now on the pitch. Fouled straight back, and it's 0-1. Righty versus lefty here as we play in the bottom of the 9th inning. So our first round will be halfway over with after this game ends, with 2 games to remain, 1 tonight and then 1 likely tomorrow. Swinging a chopper over the mound, out toward the bag at second. Fielding it on the first base side of the bag is the shortstop, and then the throw to first was off the mark there. Is a good play attempt there by McLennan. But in the end, Bach is aboard at first base. Great effort there by McLennan. Moving over to the first base side of second base did the Judson shortstop, but the throw not on the mark there. And Bach has been given a single on the play. So that's the 3rd hit of the game now for St. Xavier. And now Darren Zerillo will step up. Zerillo 1 for 3 with a single and a pair of groundouts. First pitch here, he ducks out of the way of that one, and it's 1-0. Zerillo, his last time up, grounded out to second base. His 2 groundouts were both to Cameron Pauly at second base. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Taken for a strike. It looked like knee high there from our vantage point in the booth, and it goes to a ball on a strike. St. Francis won the opening game that did start on time at 10 a.m. this morning. 6-0 the final over Roosevelt University. Here's the 1-1 upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. And now Judson, 2 outs away from advancing to the winner's bracket semifinals. Two balls, 1 strike the count. And the pitch. Taken low and away. And so that will run it now to 3-1. 13-3, Judson out hitting St. Xavier in this ball game. Another train rolling on by here in downtown Joliet. Three balls, one strike the count, and the pitch. And that'll be in for a called strike to fill the count 3-2. Once made a trip down to St. Louis. This is a great place to pick up the Amtrak going to St. Louis. We went down one December a few years ago to see the Blackhawks play the Blues. And we made the trip here, and it was really a great experience. There's a swing and a foul back. Stays 2-2. It was the first time I'd ever taken Amtrak, and got to see a lot of the countryside where you don't have to worry about, and when you're driving, you got to worry, and justifiably so, about keeping your eye on the road. There's a ball that'll skip away from home plate here, and that will allow the runner Bach to go to second base. Bach advances, and I believe what will be scored a wild pitch here. And now we'll have a new pitcher coming into the game for Judson. So Brandon Callender not quite able to get that complete game win, but a tremendous outing, going 8 1/3 and allowing no earned runs while striking out 4. He walked 3 in the ball game. And so a new pitcher coming on for Judson. We'll step aside, take a timeout, come back to tell you about the new man on the mound after this timeout. This is CCAC. Good hand for Brandon Callender. This is CCAC Tournament Baseball. All right, Seth Quick now is the new pitcher on for Judson University. Quick is a junior right-hander, 6 foot, 210-pounder from Lombard, Illinois, trying to close out this game, which is approaching the 3-hour mark in duration. Colin Wolf will bat here to face Quick, and the first pitch from the righty is down and away 1-0 here to Callender. I should say to Wolf. Colin Wolf is 0 for 3 in the game with a strikeout. Righty versus righty here is Seth Quick. Coming set now on the pitch. And that'll be a strike called. Good pitch tailing down and away, but catching the zone. So Brandon Callender, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run that was not earned, walked 3 and struck out 4 in the game. Swinging a high pop foul back behind home plate out of play. And just a tremendous performance by the Judson starter here in this game. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colin Wolf. The pitch from Seth Quick, low and outside. Good stop behind the plate. Although, in an 8-1 ball game, not as crucial as you might have in a situation where it's a close game, 1 run, 2 runs, or a tie. Anyway, the count now 2-2 to Wolf. Here's the pitch. And that'll be top foul to the left side near the on-deck circle. We'll try it again at 2-2. This game was scheduled to start at 5:10. We started it right on time after the reschedule. Originally, it was scheduled to begin at 1 today. And it was pushed back over 4 hours to 5:10 the start time. Here comes another 2-2 offering. Breaking ball, a little bit of a hanger, popped up down the right field line, has some carry to it. And Zaratsky over to have a look, but he runs out of room. And so we'll try it again at 2-2. Still one more ball game to go. We'll be playing late into the night here in Joliet, Illinois. Seth Quick leans in and gets the sign. Here's the set now on the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is out number 2. So Quick comes on and promptly registers a strikeout. St. Xavier now in this game as Patrick Hayes now due up. St. Xavier in this game is 0 for 9 with runners on base, 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position. There's a golf swing, high pop-up, behind second base, short right center field, backpedaling, and holding on to the ball and making the catch to end the ball game is Cameron Pauly, the second baseman. Kind of popped out of his glove there a little bit, but held on to it, held it aloft, and this game comes to an end on a nice defensive play. As in the inning for St. Xavier, no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Final totals in the ball game here this evening. For Judson, 8 runs, 13 hits, and 2 errors. St. Xavier, 1 run, 3 hits, and 4 errors in this ball game. So Judson advances as they win by a final of 8-1, and they will meet the winner of the upcoming game between St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph, while St. Xavier, they will head to the bottom part of the bracket and play in the first elimination game of the tournament against the loser of the upcoming game. So your final again, 8-1 in favor of Judson. Our thanks to Dave Laquetta and also Chris Gabor on stats. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. And we'll be back, I suspect, right around 8:40 or so with game number 3 on the day between St. Ambrose and Calumet St. Joseph. Hope you'll join us for that. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for tuning in and waiting out the rain along with us. Hope to see you down the road for more tournament baseball. Until we speak to you again, though, thanks for tuning in. And for now, from Joliet, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.